coming up on Lifestyle.
What? I've heard of beginning of life doulas.
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Right.
End of life doula? Wait a second.
What is that?
It's fairly new. Now,
Yeah, we're really working to re-educate and help the public understand that it's not your last choice. Hospice care can be your first choice. You know, we only really get to do that once.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so, and not many have come back and said, here's the best way to get through this. When you can't add days to your life, we've seen it add life to their days.
Welcome to Lifestyle, the award-winning life coaching show that helps you live your best life possible. Here's your host, Roy Ice.
have you ever thought about what it really means to live well, even in life's final chapter? Today's guest is helping families answer that question with compassion, dignity, and love. With decades of experience in healthcare and ministry, he's reimagining what hospice can be, not as an ending, but as a sacred and deeply meaningful part of the journey. His work reminds us that even in the face of difficult transitions, there is still room for presence, joy, and love. Please help me welcome Don Peslis. How are you, Don?
Good to see you, Roy.
Great to see you. Yeah,
Great to
have
be
a
with
seat
you.
right over here.
Okay.
Oh, my word. Couple of things, Don. Every time I see you, I can't stop smiling. You just have this presence about you. I think the last time I saw you, you were with your wife, Sandy
Yes.
Patty.
Yes.
And you were so gracious. Just before your concert, you guys allowed me to do a podcast with you guys. And I think one of the things I took away is that although typically men don't remember birthdays and even that we have smaller human beings running around the house that are related to us, you listed every grandchild and their age.
She keeps me around. There are a few things that she keeps me around handy for. That might be one of them.
That's so awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to talking with you here, but I'm also really looking forward to going on a cruise with you.
Oh.
It'll be the summer of 2026.
Yes, looking
June.
forward to it. And
Yes, you're going to be there.
we're going to be there. We're so excited.
Sandy's going to be
Yes,
there.
Yes.
You're bringing musicians with you as
We
well.
are.
And we want to invite all of you who want to go on a cruise with Faith for Today staff, lifestyle viewers, Sandy Patty and Don Peslis. Mark your calendars and visit our website because we want you to come with us. And we only have so many cabins.
You know, the Mediterranean is just one of those places that it's unreal. It's beautiful. It's magical. And
Yeah.
the people, the food,
Yeah.
and somehow it all leads to Greek dancing. So,
All right. Well, you see how bad I am at that.
oh, it's going to be a great time. We're just going to have a blast together.
I can't wait. It's going to be good. And you and Sandy will be celebrating a milestone at that time as well.
We are. It's part of our 30th anniversary, if you can believe it. 30 years that she's put up with me. Isn't that something?
That's amazing. You're an easy guy
Oh, no.
to put up with. You're so
30,
full of joy.
30 years, 8 kids, and 12 grands now. 12 grandkids.
That's an expensive Christmas.
Well, it can keep you busy. Let's say that for sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
Now, I wanted to have you on the show because you do something so amazing. And actually, in my own life experience, had I not known what you do and what is possible, I would have really been in a bind. I really would have been in a frustrating place when my own grandmother was put on hospice. Tell me about how you view what is hospice and why you're passionate about it.
We moved back to Indiana to be near Sandy's parents, Nana and Papa, AKA Ron and Carolyn.
Yeah.
And when we moved back, Nana qualified for hospice. Again, hospice care, we're really working to re-educate and help the public understand that it's not your last choice. Hospice care can be your first choice. So Nana became a patient of A New Care, the company that I'm privileged to serve and work alongside. So we were able to experience it, if you will, from both sides of the equation. And a lot of times we hear folks, when they hear the word hospice, the conversation usually starts, well, we're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, because they automatically think of hospice as, okay, they're terminal, they're dead, we're giving up.
Right. And what we're really, again, you go all the way back, President Jimmy Carter enacted the hospice benefit.
Really?
And really, one of the great things that he did as well, to help folks understand that Medicare will pay for that, the benefit. If you qualify for that, you have to receive, again, a terminal diagnosis from your physician. But if you qualify, what we've seen, and those days become precious for folks when they're counting those days. We've seen hospice come alongside patients and families and add, when you can't add days to your life, we've seen it add life to their days.
Yeah. What are some of the things that kick in? Now that they're on hospice, what are some of the benefits that a person can enjoy?
Well, again, Medicare will cover that. At the end of life, a lot of times choices are taken away from us.
Choices like what?
Well, what you can do, where you can go, choices of what I might want to wear, choices of what music I want, choices of foods, the simplest of what we call activities of daily living. Sometimes those choices can be taken. The second thing that we want to offer is care that's wrapped in compassion. We're not ashamed to say compassion of Christ, that we provide quality care. And thirdly, exceptional service. We provide that whole clinical team, as you will, with the chaplain, to wrap around not only the patient, but support the family. And what we find is that many times hospice can do the heavy lifting. For us, it allowed Sandy to be the daughter. It allowed me to be the son, son-in-law, but son for Papa Nana.
Because there's a lot of extra care that
Yes.
is released
Yes.
when that happens.
Yes.
You know, I've seen in my experience where they bring a hospital bed
Yes.
into the home. So you can
Absolutely.
actually enjoy your own home instead of being stuck in a hospital. I've seen, you know, individuals who are in deep, incredible rates of pain
Yes.
been made comfortable so they're not suffering in these final moments. And what most people don't know is if you're unhappy with your hospice care, you're not stuck with that hospice care.
Right.
You can have another, you just fire them and say, I want a different
can
kind.
elect,
If-
exactly.
If they're like in a nursing home or in a facility,
nursing, assisted
you
living?
can say,
Yes.
please get us someone else. And I hope that those of you who are viewing at home understand that if you're at this stage and you are not getting good hospice care, you can switch and you can change to a very loving, compassionate one.
Absolutely.
I want to talk a lot more about hospice and, in fact, bring in an aspect I had never even heard of before, but we got to take a break. So don't go away. You're going to hear something perhaps it's going to be new to you as well. So don't go away. We're back with Don Peslis, and joining us is Kim Evans and Mike Tucker.
Thank you. Don, I don't know if you know, but I worked as a hospice chaplain myself for a time, and I have great respect for what you do. It's some of the best work I've ever done, hospice chaplain.
You know firsthand then the difference it can make,
Absolutely.
not just for the patient.
Absolutely.
We like to say we're there for the patient, and you'd say, folks on the outside would say 90% there for the patient, 10% for the family. But you know what? It could be 10 for the patient and 90 for the family, and you know that firsthand.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Kim, you're an end-of-life doula?
Yes.
Tell me what that is.
Well, the end-of-life doula is a non-medical individual
Okay.
who companions a family, educates the family as well as the individual, and also supports as well as advocates
Right.
for someone who has either received a terminal illness or they've had a life-changing crisis in their life or there's an imminent death.
What's the similarities between a doula who helps bring a child into the world and an end-of-life doula that helps someone have a dignified exit?
The similarities is that there's someone companioning you.
It's good.
Entering life, you don't have to do that alone.
Yeah.
And when the end of your life is at your door, you don't have to walk that walk alone.
Yeah.
I imagine that's so important for so many families that, you know, I imagine there's a high percentage of individuals who are utilizing the care who are quite aged.
Yes.
And they may only have one child. They may have no children. They may, you know, only have a friend. And to have someone come alongside and say, you're not alone, is probably one of the greatest values that you bring.
To know that just my presence is not about me, but it's my presence
Yes.
that I bring. Because a lot of times I'm sitting there totally quiet, but I'm there.
It's a ministry
as a
of
chaplain,
presence.
huh?
A ministry of presence.
Yes.
It's a ministry
You
of
show up and
presence.
shut up sometimes.
A lot of times.
Yeah, that's right. It's what you do, and yet it makes such a huge impact.
Yes.
You know, I worked as a hospice chaplain when my wife Gail, who I believe you met, and I know Sandy did.
Yes.
When the end of her life, we put her on hospice, and it was just a few days that she was on. But the support, not just for the death, but afterwards was really very special to us. And so it supported myself, my children, and my grandchildren after her death.
Hospice can do the heavy lifting,
Yes.
if you will.
My loved one is about to go on hospice. Do they just talk to the hospice care and say, we want a doula? Or is it like a menu? I want this and that, or what?
To engage that
initiate,
voice.
engage,
qualify,
that,
yes.
that
Yes, it's usually
opportunity.
a conversation with a hospice care. Or if the hospice care doesn't have a doula, sometimes it's by word of mouth or referrals. Some physicians, end-of-life doulas work with. So that opportunity is available to everyone.
And there's so many questions. You know, we only really get to do that once.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yes, this is
And
right.
and not many have come back and said, here's the best way to get through this. Right?
That's true.
So it's having that coach, if you will, and with compassion. It's wonderful.
One of the things I've noticed, as you've mentioned, people don't know how to do this, is just the fact that I find patients and families would find an opportunity to find reconciliation, closure. And the other thing is
Yes.
people need to know that their life meant something.
Yes.
And sometimes that's the work of hospice as much as anything else for the dying patient. You control pain, you manage symptoms,
Exactly.
but ultimately your life mattered.
Yes.
And that's one of the processes that as a chaplain I used to help people walk through. This is why it mattered.
Yeah.
That's so good. And that you're seen. You
Yeah.
mentioned that. And many
Being
times,
seen.
it's an ancient practice. The ancients of the faith practice of presence. They
Right.
practice this art.
Right.
And sometimes more than not, for a guy that likes to gab, it really is the ancient art of presence.
Yeah.
And just as you said, Miss Kim, you're there, and many times we're listening to music, the candles are lit. It's a sacred experience.
It is a sacred moment.
Of moving through this moment together as a family with, again, what they want, the personalized choice, that
Yes.
quality care, and that exceptional service.
Yes.
Many times we don't have to say a word.
No, listen.
Kim, I imagine you've had so many moving experiences. What was one of the most moving experiences that you've had as a doula?
One of the most moving experiences when a mom asked me to crawl in bed with her
No.
because she wanted to talk. And she wanted to tell me her story. And then she wanted to talk about her body breaking down. And she said, explain that to me. Explain what's happening to my body. She said, I know where my spirit is going.
Well, what about that body?
She said, and I'm ready.
Yeah.
She said, but what's happening to my body? And I could share with her the need,
And it
the
answers
no
those
longer need.
questions. Answering those
They're great
questions.
questions, yeah.
Yeah, and it was such a serene moment just to be with her and just to listen to her and her talk about I'm ready and you take care of my kids, you share with them, but you know that I'm ready and I'm grateful.
What a powerful service that you provide to so many. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing with us what you do. We have to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more of this conversation coming up right after this. We're back with Don Peslis and Mike Tucker. And now I understand, Don, that you've started using music therapy in hospice, and we haven't talked about this, so you gotta expose me. How do you use music therapy in hospice, and what difference does it make?
Well, music doesn't just go to one place in our brains, not just auditory, but it goes to at least 6 to 7 places in our brain. So I've always heard in hospice that hearing is one of the last things to go.
Yeah.
But music has a way of bringing with it the people and the places and the memories.
Yeah.
So we've added, it was Christmas. I'll give you just a little bit backstory. Christmas, I was doing carols in assisted living. Those are known as ALFs. Skilled nursing, those are known as SNFs, and memory care. And I have to confess that they said, Don, I'd done about 30 caroling and I took jingle bells with them to the folks, and they loved it. We're singing carols in our facilities. They said, we want you to go to memory care. And it was new to me. I didn't know how will they respond. How will they, will they know this? I went in with the bells and said, deck the halls with boughs of holly. And they went, fa la 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 la. They got all the verses, even verse 3. And I was stunned.
Yeah.
So I jumped in and did the research in the Institute for Music and Neurologic Function in New York, upstate New York at SUNY. They've been doing the research since the 80s. And music in memory care, specifically even folks with dementia, music has the opportunity to bring joy into that process.
Right.
Music becomes the synapse, so they're proving the memories aren't gone. Music has the power to connect not only to those memories, but to bring people in dementia that are experiencing that into the present moment with us.
Yeah. The brain is a marvelous instrument, and it's incredible how music connects with every part of it. And in the worst times of our life, it changes moods, it changes thoughts, it awakens the brain.
Yes.
It does marvelous things.
It helps them, and especially it's not just any music.
Yeah.
What we're finding, and the research shows, it's got to be the music that we experience in our childhood and adolescence. So for our folks in our skilled nursing and assisted living, it's music of the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So in essence, Frank Sinatra is my worship leader right now. So I get these out, right?
Here we go. There you go. You came
prepared.
equipped, brother.
These are yours to stay, and they actually say, brought to you by A New Care.
And there you go.
Product placement. But first, it's nonverbal. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Frank was never on one. He was always behind the beat.
Always
But
behind,
I'm playing their music, and suddenly they're up dancing with me.
Yeah.
Come on, there you go.
All right.
Thank you so
Those are
much.
yours.
Thank you.
Those are yours.
Awesome.
You're shaking things up.
And so and suddenly I ask them, how do you feel? How do you feel? Oh, I feel great, Don. I feel alive.
Yeah.
I had a patient say last week, Don, I said, did you have any memories? And she said, beautiful 90-year-old, beautiful, said, Don, I knew the music would take me back. I wasn't ready for it to take me all the way back.
Yeah.
That's not me. It's the power of music. So at every level, we do home health. The continuum of care is home health, palliative, and hospice. I say play the music. And their music. For you and I, it'd be the 80s, okay?
Yeah.
They got to come in a mullet and play
Shaker's a
Toto.
little louder. Yeah.
Sandy and I joke, what will the music be when we get there?
Yeah.
But it's their music, and it unlocks the people and the places and those memories. And for a moment, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they're present with us.
Yeah.
They're present. And that is a gift, and that's the power of music.
Absolutely
If
beautiful.
you're at home and you've got you have loved ones that are experiencing dementia and you're working with them, music is a critical part of their activities of daily living.
Yeah.
Research is showing that it improves moods, that it reduces anxiety, that it can even help reduce medications by the improved mood and the improved response to continual music in their lives.
That is exciting.
Let alone the memories that it can bring back.
Yeah.
What a gift it could be.
Yeah.
That you could actually say that you could experience dementia with levels of joy.
That's amazing. Now, in closing, I want to make sure people understand you have a new podcast all about hospice that people can connect to. Where's the best place for them to find information on your new podcast?
Okay, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us at newcare.com. And we're hoping that this new podcast, again, that we talk about home health, palliative, and hospice care. That's a continuum of care. We hope to really help folks understand and answer some of those questions and rethink, if we answer some of those questions, those myths that are out there, to redo some of those things. So everyday questions for everyday people about how to, at this time that should be the icing on the cake, right? How to help that be some of the best times for not only the patient, but the family, all involved.
Yeah. Well, Don, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Will you please take a hug back to Sandy from us?
Yes, that's right.
Easy. That's it. I told her I wanted to bring her. Next time we'll bring her with us and have her sing a song or two.
Hey, she got to fly to the moon with us.
We're going. She's going on. She's going on the cruise.
That's right. Got to come on the cruise if you want to see Sandy.
But again, thank you, Lifestyle. Thank you for this topic, and I pray that this topic goes out and it will help families and hundreds of families to know that those days, those best days, not your last, it's your best choice.
That's right.
Help them in that sacred journey.
Thank you so much for bringing that care to so many people. We got to take a break, but I want you to stay right there because I have some very helpful words just for you right after this. Life is like a really good movie. It has a beginning, a middle, and yes, even an ending scene. But knowing the movie is going to end doesn't ruin it. It makes us lean in, savor the plot, laugh louder, and appreciate our favorite characters even more. Losing loved ones or thinking about our own eventual exit isn't easy, but it's also what makes this whole thing so precious, like flowers that bloom briefly or fireworks that light up the sky for just a moment. Beauty isn't diminished by time, it's defined by it. So today, let's not fear the finish line. Let's live with purpose, love like it's going out of style, and leave behind a legacy worth the credits. Because every day you wake up is another scene to write. So get out there and live a life that someone will want to make a movie about. Don't forget that you can find exclusive content on all of our guests. Check us out on social media using the handle Lifestyle with Roy.